If you start sourcing in India, then a manufacturer will start making in India. Assume you are a trader, you want to act on a certain chart pattern. The only two numbers that are relevant here is Microsoft. Value migration has gone from linear first to exponential. Cheaper, faster, no humans.
Our speaker for this session is a serial investor. The president of Edelweiss Financial Services, Ajay Sharma, is a prominent leader in the financial sector, renowned for his strategic acumen and decisive leadership. Can we please have both the gentlemen up on stage with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Because this half an hour, I commit to you, is going to change your perspective about the new world, right? Bhaiya, before you start that, he has been my mentor for many, many years. One of the best human beings I've ever come across in my life. If I look at my life, I probably missed the initial internet revolution in the world, but I was definitely successful in capturing the app store evolution and then the social media evolution. But somehow I feel slightly not so prepared for the AI and ML innovation. So Ajay bhaiya, please guide us, and I'll have questions in the middle if you're okay with it.
Can you all hear me fine? Hindi or English, quickly? English. English, okay. I'm really happy that my presentation starting only 2 hours late. Congratulations, Calcutta. And I have a lot to talk. I'll be really fast, but I need my slides. Arey, ye mujhe hata do. Okay, really quickly. This is the world that was about 500,000 years back. एक तरह का काम होता था, manual and repetitive. That's the kind of job. Every person in the world did only that, and that was the wealth of the world. You don't need to take pictures. I'll share the PPT. Focus on what I'm saying, please. This is, and that's why the two richest countries of the world had the most number of people. खेती करने के लिए सिर्फ हाथ और पांव चाहिए. जी? Where are you? Yeah, darling, English for you now. So to be a farmer, all you needed was hands and legs. More hands and legs, more kids you had, the more richer you were. China was the most richest country in the world. India second, purely a proportion of population. The world has changed. I'll rush. There are 4 types of jobs: manual, repetitive, cognitive, repetitive, manual, non-repetitive, cognitive, non-repetitive. Manual, repetitive is farmer, picking stuff. This we are automating for 100 years through machines. Manual, non-repetitive is nurses, yoga instructor, physio. This job will never be replaced by AI. If you are building new businesses, build in yellow. And I'll come to that why. I'm here to talk only about entrepreneurship, although I'm an investor full-time. And one thing I'm really pleased about, my family is here from Singapore, my wife, both my daughters. Thank you for being here. Cognitive, repetitive, most of the chartered accountants here do this. Librarians, accountants, stock market investors. Cognitive work, that is repetitive. And cognitive, non-repetitive, that's the green box. Yaha, most of the people who are sitting are in this zone. The number of people in each job type, the bottom of the pyramid is the red. All of us are typically at the top, and that's the wealth pyramid of the world. Few people who do cognitive work using your brain and non-repetitive, creative stuff, lawyers, surgeons, entrepreneurs, etc., make most of the money in the world. That's the world we live in. And these are the richest companies of the world, not countries. The only 2 numbers that are relevant here is Microsoft. Just 221,000 people, $3 trillion of value. By the way, darling, this is for you in English. पूरे देश का GDP $3 trillion है. $3 trillion is the GDP of our country, 140 crore people. Microsoft, with 200,000 people, has added the same value as a country of India has done in the past 1,000 years. The new world is about brains, just knowledge, and nothing else. If you don't change, any business you're doing, any entrepreneur you are, आप कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, anything you're doing, if you don't use technology, you will be a dinosaur in 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years. Any job you do, if you are not using technology, you'll be a dodo much before that. Where is an Indian company here? That's Reliance. They're skyscrapers. We are tiny huts. What has changed in the world in the last 30, 40, 50 years is value migration has gone from linear first to exponential. Let me explain what this means. When I'm making a physical product like a soap, every soap I have to make a new one. It's linear. But when Vivek Bajaj makes content on YouTube, it's an exponential. He makes it once. Marginally, a new customer can be acquired at zero cost. Marginal cost of a digital content is zero. That is why software companies and AI companies rule the world, and they will keep ruling the world. That's the value migration. And the key word, that's Oxford Dictionary, automation ka matlab kya hai? Automation means machines, computers operate without human beings. When I am a corporate, when I run a business, a lot of you are here, young entrepreneurs, what do you want? You want to sell a product to your customer at a higher price, at a lower cost. Lower cost means use fewer number of people, automate, use machines. All of us use Microsoft products. All of us use Outlook. All of us use Word, Excel, email. They are software products. They automate human beings. When we are using machines, we automated physical human beings. With software, you automate our intelligence. It is irreversible. For every 100 people in this room who do cognitive, repetitive work, 80 of you will be out of your current job in the next 10 years. And I run companies, I interview people, I meet entrepreneurs, and I have a lot of friends in America who run software companies. All they care about is profits. They are capitalists. They will automate the hell out of everything. We started in a linear world. We live in an exponential world. Cheaper, faster, no humans. And now comes AI. Please read these 3 books. I have a small poetry for you. I'm sorry, it's in Hindi. 3 लाइन सुनाऊंगा, इंग्लिश में आप कुछ समझ आइएगा. अगर खोना चाहते हो तो किताबें पढ़ो. अगर खोना चाहते हो तो किताबें पढ़ो. अगर खो गए हो तो किताबें पढ़ो. जब वापस आओगे ना, किताब लिखना. समझ लीजिएगा क्या कहना चाहता हूं. If you want to get lost, read books. If you are lost, still read books. When you come back, write one. मेरी लाइन है, अपनी बिटिया के लिए लिखी हैं. काइंडली ये किताब पढ़िए और इस ऑर्डर में पढ़िएगा. अगर एक पढ़नी है, सिर्फ मोह की किताब पढ़िए. इंसान से मैं, I have met this guy. He's written it so nicely, in a very philosophical, musical manner. It's like Beethoven flowing and a river flowing. Then read this book. He's the founder of OpenAI. When he says coming wave, his wave means pralay. The first line of the book says, in Hindu mythology, Manu was saved by pralay through Matsya the fish. His wave pralay means a pralay is coming that will destroy the world. He's so bearish AI. This is us. That's the middle class. That's where we are. What's changing? There are very few, this black dot, very few companies. When we were automating the world last 100 years, machines ban rahi thi, cars ban rahi thi, it was democratic. Car was being made in Germany, Japan, US, everywhere. AI automation is with 5 companies. It's not democratic. All of us, billions, will use the same AI product. 5 companies, that's a black dot. All these jobs will go away. And the wealth pyramid of the world will be this. 5 companies will be worth $20 trillion in the next 5 years. Personally, when I invest, In my life, I have never invested in a startup at $15 billion valuation. I invested in an AI company in the world personally called Anthropic. 15 billion पे invest किया है. India में हम 50-100 करोड़ की बात करते हैं. So now the question is, what happens to middle class? We get squeezed. So you have to figure out what business you are in today, what job you are in today, and your kids. My biggest concern is when Jaisha, my older ones, is sitting here, what skills do I give her as a parent? It's my biggest requirement today. Raj Kapoor ka ek gana hai. And just let me know, yeah, how much time I have. I'll stop.
I'm there for you for that. Don't worry.
Sure.
Please continue.
So, मेरा जूता है जापानी, पतलून इंग्लिस्तानी, सर पे लाल टोपी रूसी, फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी. The India we live in, मेरी फैक्ट्री की मशीन है जापानी, है ना? All the machines we make for our factories are imported by Germany, Italy, Japan. Airplane का engine है इंग्लिस्तानी, plane Indigo, engine Rolls Royce, इंग्लिस्तानी. MiG-21 मेरा रूसी, दिल्ली साला बचा हिंदुस्तानी. So if you have to build, no claps, wait, let me finish. बहुत समय है, रुक जाओ, तालियां रोक के रखो. If you have to build businesses today, first, Modi ji is saying make in India, first source in India. If you don't source in India, why will someone make in India? So this is what you do. All young entrepreneurs here, forget what your dad is saying, कि China से मांगा बेटा सस्ता है. If you are importing $100 worth of material for your businesses, tell yourself, Papa, 10% I will get from India, 90% from China this year, 20% next year. In 10 years, I'll go 100% India. If you start sourcing in India, then a manufacturer will start making in India. Source in India, make in India, 10 years, 10%, 20%, 30%, I'm giving you a formula. सब मिलके करोगे तो competitive रहोगे कि यार मिलके करते हैं. ये नहीं कि मैं कर रहा हूं वो नहीं कर रहा है. So all you young entrepreneurs sitting here, come together on a table, cooperate in sourcing, compete in the marketplace for a brand. Cooperate. If you've read game theory in MBA, this is where you use game theory. This is very close to my heart. I've created one business which is non-repetitive manual. This is a center called Mangotown, opened in Calcutta at Salt Lake. Vivek was insistent I should put this slide, so I've put it. My younger one's here. She's 11. She was born with special needs. Still cannot talk properly. 10 years is our struggle as parents for our child all over the world. That's why Shalini is here. Okay? हमने जितना कुछ world में सीखा है, Australia, Boston with our daughter, we saw the challenges of similar parents in India. We opened the first center in Salt Lake in Calcutta. And now I'll tell you how I'm using AI here. It's a services business. It's a very difficult business. We opened the second center in Jodhpur Park, third in Jaipur. We'll go all over India. It's for profit. If you have to create an enterprise, make a lot of money, then give it away. So it's for profit. We make reasonable profit, but it's to service. But how do I use AI? My older one is very interested in computer science. And a problem as family that we face is a younger daughter cannot communicate with us. How do I use technology? One day she comes to me. She reads all these books and says, Papa, the world is building large language models. You must be hearing the word LLM. So Jaisha comes to me and says, Papa, can I build a small language model for my younger one, my daughter? She blabbers. Let it go, she will sing in her own way. She calls her older sister Anna because she can't pronounce Jaisha. But she has a pattern in what she says. So what she is trying to do is record my younger one for hours and see if she can use technology to help her communicate better and build some device. If possible, this is world changing. See, this is, now what you need to understand, the message here is, solve your own small problems. Use technology, create businesses. I'll tell you one more business I will announce on 15th August this year. True story. My own Nani ji, Fatehpur Shekhawati, gets married at 16, 5 kids, widow at 24, migrates to Calcutta, शादियों में गाने गाना, मेहंदी मारना, बच्चों को बड़ा किया, मेरी माँ को बड़ा किया. Till the age of 75, she used to take a bus कि जजमान के जाऊंगी, मेहंदी मारूंगी, 500 रुपया मिलेगा. How did I lose her? To a fall in the bathroom. Her own son, we lost him, fall in the bathroom. 15th August, we are trying to build technologies. How do I find, detect, and answer that my parents have fallen? How do I react? We are building pure tech. We want to solve small problems that mean a lot to me. Only message to every young entrepreneur here. Apna problem khud solve karo. Salman Khan ke pitaji, ma'am, I'm sorry, this is in Hindi only. I'll translate for you. He came on a Kapil Sharma show and he was asked. And he said something very nice. अपने आंसू खुद पहुंचना, कोई और पहुंचेगा ना तो सौदा करेगा. If you want to create businesses, boys and girls, solve your problem, then you will be able to solve India's problem. Get into machine manufacturing. There was one more slide. I wanted to show you something interesting. Where is that? I don't know why it's missing. It's okay, no worries. Yeah. So, simple businesses, make machines, make products, source in India. Then this. Especially for Kolkata. एक कविता सुनाता हूं आप लोगों को. How many interested in Hindi small poetry quickly? कविता इस तरह है. एक भला व्यापारी, उसको चाहिए मुनीम. दो और दो कितने, पूछा गणित महीन. एक सज्जन आए, बोले दो और दो चार. इस व्यापारी ने उसको दिखाया द्वार. फिर एक आया, बोला 5 और 5 10. ये सुन के व्यापारी गया झुलस. फिर एक सज्जन आए, बहुत सीधे साधे. व्यापारी ने सोचा, क्या इनमें है वो इरादे? सज्जन से पूछा, 2 और 2 कितने होते हैं बताइए. सज्जन ने बोला, सेठ जी कान पास में लाइए. कान पास में लाइए. 2 और 2 इतने जितने आपको चाहिए. कितने आपको चाहिए आप मुझे बताइए. तो कलकत्ता के अकाउंटेंट्स, आई लव यू ऑल. यार ये बंद कर दो. कैश से जमीन खरीदोगे और कुछ नहीं कर पाओगे. जमीनों के दाम नहीं होते अब, दिमाग का दाम है. टैक्स पे करो, 100 P मल्टीपल मिलेगा. पैसा रेज करो, वो पैसा R&D में खर्चा करो. 15 days every year you have the money. Go to US, travel America. वो क्या जाने भारत को जो सिर्फ जाने भारत को. Get out and travel India 15 days a year. See what's happening. Read. Build businesses of services, very difficult to build, but no one will take away that business from you. Software will never replicate a nurse, a yoga therapist, a pranayam teacher for my mom, or a yoga instructor like my wife. Never. Any business you run today, kindly automate it, use software. Spend time. You're already young. You have 25, 30 years. And build machines. Teach your children to make machines. Ask them to tinker with things. Ask them to get dirty. Go swim. Go run. Do anything. I'll stop here. I don't know how much time I have. If anyone has questions. So a bit of AI, a bit of life, and a bit of poetry. Cheers, guys.
I have, yeah. Let me make my presence felt also. So my question to you is the definition of software. What we have seen in last 20, 25 years, softwares have been algorithms. We have pre-coded and it is giving us what we wanted.
Yes.
I think the definition of software is changing or
Yes.
is going to change further. Could you spend some time on
Okay.
that?
Think of software in 3 terms. There are 3 types of people in the world. First, who will write software. Of the 200 people, sitting, 2 will write software. Okay? 50 or 60 of you will work in companies that will work with these people, with the developers. Here you need people who understands a little bit of few things. Someone understands organic chemistry, they can't write code. But the software guy doesn't understand organic chemistry. You have to tell him what code he has to write. 60% of the world will work with software people. So everyone in this room will have to understand what is coding? What? You don't need to get deeper. So अपने बच्चों को तो please coding सिखाइए. Earlier we used to say पढ़ लो लिख लो, read, write. The new world is read, write, code. You don't have to write code, but you need to understand how to write code. And the third type of software is working with software. So when Vivek makes a YouTube video, YouTube is a software. 10 years ago, he would stand on stage, say the same content, 200 people will hear. Today, he goes on YouTube, 1 million people hear. So software is an accelerator, a magnifier, a leverage. So software is 3 ways. Either you write code, or you understand how to get code. One more subject, loha kaise banta hai? Steel is made when you put iron ore and coal. It's an alloy. So chemistry and software will create medicines. So 3 types, you write code, you work with someone who codes, or you work with software. That's the new world.
Okay, because I'm from financial market, I have to ask this question. Where is the investing world headed in the new AI world?
So investing, I'll break quickly into 3 parts. Public market, trading, and private market. If anyone here trades on their own, please don't, you will always lose money. Software will beat you inside out, and simple reason. Let's assume you are a trader, you want to act a certain chart pattern. A human being, you will see the chart pattern, you will press a button, it will take 1 second. My computer will know it's a chart pattern, they will press a button 1 second before you, you've lost money. Then there are algo traders who will press even before my computer at 0.1 nanosecond. So technology for traders. If you are a human trader who reacts to price action, stop doing it from today, please. Public market investing, private. Private, people like you and I will have an edge. Because there you have to evaluate an entrepreneur, there's no exit. So that's why personally I'm doing a lot of private investing and business. Public market, my principle is very simple. Good business, great business. Good valuation, great valuation. G to G. G, the number 2, G. I believe in buying good to great and selling great to good. Everyone in India knows how to do this. Very few people understand shorting. We've done it for 20 years. Given the heated markets, this is where we use intellect and technology. So our differentiation, I'm talking about my book right now, I understand great to good. Everything in life is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Start hota hai, growth hota hai, khatam ho jata hai. Hum yahan invest karte hain, and every company that becomes big ultimately gets destroyed for various reasons. So in investing, private, you'll still have an edge. Trading, we are all dinosaurs. Public market investing, you need to run to short.
Great. So we still have 3-4 minutes before we have a big interview, as they said. So anyone would like to ask some questions to Bhaiya? Maybe we'll take 2-3 questions.
Yes, sir.
You want a mic?
Age Ajay told that a person should go to USA for 15 days. Why USA? Why not to other countries?
सर वो जितनी कंपनियां आपको दिखाई ना सर सारी अमेरिका की थी. Simple. It's an amazing country. In one country you get everything. And if you want to understand what's happened, I'll give you an example. I was in the Valley last year, June. We were on vacation and my older one was doing a program at Boston. I met a friend, I was having coffee with him. Someone passed by, a South Indian chap. Chappal, normal t-shirt and a jeans. And he's a dear friend of this friend of mine. Arey, come, bed, sit. I started chatting with him. This gentleman joined NVIDIA in 1998. वो ऐसे करे ना $100 million निकलेगा. ऐसे करेगा 200. नहाने जाएगा $1 billion. That is the Valley, sir. And the insights you get on changes having in the world. That's why I'm very clear. Once a year, I will go to the Mecca of knowledge and just meet friends and do nothing. That is how. Kipling ने बोला ना, what does he know of England? Who England only knows. वो क्या जाने भारत को, जो सिर्फ जाने भारत को. सर ज्ञान का समंदर अमेरिका है, हम कुआं हैं.
Okay.
China, sorry.
Because just a couple of seconds. So there is a very young participant who want to ask you a question, and only she can ask you such questions.
Oh. Me, I'll ask the question. So, if anyone's not knowing, I'm his daughter, so I'm very thankful for talking about me. My question for you is, you've talked a lot about what your children have to do. So what do you think the skills, you've kind of touched on this a little bit, what skills do you think people like me need to learn who are still in schooling, still going to college? What do we need to learn to get ready for this new world of AI?
Okay, for her, I had actually made a video on 9 skills. Glad you asked this question. That's my sweetheart, Jaisha, my older one. 9 skills, I'll quickly say. First skill is storytelling. Learn to tell stories. Learn to tell stories. Second skill is learn a foreign language. The 4 languages I will tell you to teach children: Swedish, Japanese, Korean, and maybe French. Not English. Japanese CEO comes, he will hire you. Third skill, grit. How do you not give up in life? If I have 2 minutes more, I will tell you a story.
The organizers have to tell
Last
me.
2 minutes, I'll end with a story.
How many seconds or nanoseconds do we have?
It's a true story that happened in America. 1987, an experiment was done. It was Biosphere 2. Read about it. They grew internally in an atmosphere like this. Trees, river, everything. Ped jaldi ban gaye. All the trees grew quickly. And they fell. They did research. You know what the difference was? The trees did not have wind. When there's wind, this tree is growing. Yahan se hawa aa rahi hai. It bends. This root has to be strong. Right? When it goes this way, this root has to be strong. So because of wind, roots become strong. When the tree bends, this part of the trunk compresses. This expands. So this is called stress wood. Internal trees never build stress wood. So weak roots, no wood. Stress is needed in life. When there was stress, the growth of tree was regulated because of the wind. Our kids don't get wind nowadays. Our share bazaar last 4 years has got no wind. Jaldi bada ho gaya hai. Byju's dekhiye, paise de diye, no wind. We all need wind in our lives. We need stress. Little bit stress, little bit cortisol. So one skill you need is grit. Final skill is smriti. We used to learn how shruti, sun ke और याद करना. मेरी मेमोरी खराब हो रही है आजकल. मैं गीता के श्लोक याद कर रहा हूं. सिर्फ मेमोरी याद करना. याद ही नहीं रहता किससे मिला था, who I met, I forget the names. I'm trying to learn. Grit, storytelling, be charming like me, and a great dad, and funny, and da 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 da. Guys, see you. Lovely.
Thank
Cheers.
you. I wish I could have given him more to you guys. Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you so much.